Coco.
I was getting ready to say Coco, but you've got Justin Moore on the DeMatha side. You've got Casey Morcell on the St. John's side, and you've also got the sophomore sensation, Trevor Keels from the PVI side. All won Coco or Tri Player of the Year. Congratulations to those young men.
Hunter Dickinson controls the tip. Jameer Moore gets an early touch, and the Stags are off running some offense. And we will see them move the ball around to the left-hand side. It seems to be where Hunter Dickinson likes getting the ball, and there's his first shot of game.
John Square does yeoman's work on defense. He's the hardest working man in the paint.
And this matchup is tough for anybody, but he does put in some effort against the 7-footer. There's Casey Morcell. Jameer Young gets the kick ball.
What a block.
Letting them play.
What a block.
Morcell clean looking. Morcell for three.
Leave off.
And Cadets are on the board, 3-0. Big shot for Casey Morcell. That's what you want to see, Kevin.
I was not lying when I told you about this guy. 6'2" with the 6'9" wingspan. You saw the jump shot right there. He rises up quick. He flicks it, and it is gorgeous. He's deadly from deep.
And before the jump
Jameer
shot,
Young can't get it to stay.
Before the jump shot, it was a defensive play on that end by Casey
great block.
Morcell. He's playing on both ends. I know Tony Bennett is happy about that.
He likes the two-way guys, right? Yeah, he definitely does. And this guy's going to be so nasty in Charlottesville. Got a little foul right there on a tall man.
And he didn't like it. We've seen him engage in debate.
That's how you debate.
That's how you debate. Ish Leggett making some room for Darius Maddox. Casey Morcell not afraid to attack the 7-footer. He got down there, just couldn't get it in.
This
Earl
guy
Timberlake,
is scary.
the lefty with this, just a beautiful looking shot.
He was so good in their second game. He just leaned over here and said, "Let's go."
Yeah, he feels confident. I was not unabashed in my praise of Earl Timberlake. He is an impressive player to watch.
Well, you're not going to find any arguments over here.
There's a three-point attempt for Ish Leggett.
Ken, let me tell you, there's nothing like watching your first and now your second three-pointer go in to start a game.
Earl Timberlake is worth the price of admission.
That is a bad sign for the opposing defense.
And he's talking to himself and anyone else that's around there. Maddox kicking it in. Great rebound for John Square. Morcell rises for three. Here comes Justin. Good defense from John Wilson.
And I'll settle it down. I'll tell you, Earl Timberlake is saying, you're telling me there's 3 Conference Player of the Years, and I'm not one of them.
It made me upset to read that list because I think so highly of Earl Timberlake. And that's a DeMatha guy I'm talking about. Hunter Dickinson cannot get it to fall. Justin Moore can't get the rebound. Here comes Maddox.
The high riser with an Oklahoma offer this week.
Absolutely.
That's a good start for that young man.
Absolutely.
Right on key.
He's taken off this summer, hasn't he, Darren?
Yes, he has. He's a top 50 kid in that 2020 class, and he just keeps improving every time I see him. He's the master of the mid-range.
Morcell is going to stay with Timberlake as best he can.
This DeMatha team trying to defend their 2018 WCAC title.
It's a different looking team with Jameer Young at the point. Nothing against Josh Wallace, who's a great player.
And we got a very interesting connection. We talked about Jameer Young down at St. Mary's Riken playing for Coach Pat Behan when he was the WCAC Coach of the Year. Yes. He comes to St. John's, and young Jameer headed to DeMatha.
The inbound play was drawn up for Hunter Dickinson, but the 7-footer couldn't get it.
That is tremendous defense by Justin Moore.
You see Josh Wallace, he has his warm-up already off. We will see him very soon.
Yep. We got to figure there's a little bit of minutes.
If you ask Mike Jones, he'll tell you he has 6 starters on his team.
Yep. Morcell in the corner, he gets it to Square. Koselnick unable, Kogelnick, I'm sorry. Sorry, Karsten. Heading to Brown. He'll be smarter than all 3 of us combined.
He already is, Ken.
Yeah, he's firmly already there.
For sure.
And
there's the Ivy
jumper
Leaguer.
is sweet looking. That one didn't go down, but it's textbook.
Jameer Young.
Good use of the offhand by the young fella.
Good use of the 7-footer, playing off him. John Wilson gets it to. They're going to let him play.
Yes, they are.
They're going to let him play. Ish Leggett looking for a call there. Didn't get it.
You can see Ish Leggett thinks he can beat Koganek off the dribble, and then we're going to see him take it to the rack any chance he gets.
Hunter Dickinson touching it high, wanted it low. John Square denying.
Good patience. Good patience.
Earl Timberlake says, I got this. And one for the 7-footer. Good work by Timberlake and Dickinson down low.
Yeah, it's grown man time when he gets the ball in the paint, Earl Timberlake. That one didn't go down for him, but, his inside-outside game.
He can play every position. Every position he can play.
Soft off the glass. So that's a perfect time for you to say big bank trumps little bank.
Big bank takes little bank. Jalen Abbott.
That is a big bank shot.
He likes to, he has no problem shooting. DeMatha is going to check in Paul Smith here, junior forward.
Josh Wallace just checked into the game. Right
They
on
got
cue.
Jameer Moore and Josh Wallace in the game.
Jameer Young.
They're going to call that. I thought I heard ball, so I'm gonna side with Justin Moore on this one, but they're going to get the foul and they're going to send Maddox to the line. I heard that slide sound, it was almost like a hand on ball, but
Moore didn't argue.
No, he didn't. Well,
but Dickinson, he's a great debater.
He's the best. Maddox is the first.
He feels so comfortable in that area, that mid-range, that free throw line area. And I'll tell you, just to try to attempt to block that shot, you have to get up in the air because he's elevating on that jump shot. Very athletic young man. With a bright future ahead of him.
A lot of low tops out here tonight, Darren. What's up with that? This is old school.
That seems to be the thing.
Maybe a few mid-levels, but a lot of low tops.
Well, if I'm jumping that high, if I'm...
You jumping that
Wear
high.
whatever you feel is comfortable.
Hey, just trust me on this. It's a feathery landing with the low cuts.
Absolutely.
It's feathery. Jameer Moore loses the handle, turns it over. St. John's going to give John Wilson a quick breather.
The Cadets, outside shooting percentage is going to be a big, big deal for the Cadets. Casey Morcell was on fire last time they played.
Ish Leggett gets it back out to Jalen Abbott.
Yes, you have to trail him closely coming off of that cross screen. Got great footwork.
Paul Smith is gigantic. He's 6'8". He comes off the bench, 6'8", junior forward off the bench. By the way, it's Jameer Young, Ken, not Jameer Moore, for goodness sake. Where's Will Stoney when I need him? Josh Wallace on the drive. Paul Smith. And that's a deep three for Justin. It's not going to fall, and here comes Darius. Darius pops. The bank is open on Sunday.
Did he call that, guys?
I think I might have heard him call it.
Well, Mr. Mid-Range, once he went mid-range, didn't feel the need to call that off the glass, Darren. You didn't say how he had to get it done. You just said he got it done. That is such a strong move.
All day long, Earl Timberlake.
He's incredible, man.
Here comes Casey Morcell.
Way to
three-pointer.
avoid that.
There was a lot of activity and no call. St. John's doesn't execute. And here comes Earl Timberlake.
He's got the feeling.
Morcell Timberlake matchup. He's going to take him down low.
Wallace for three. Not going to get it. And Paul Smith, the 6'8" giant, takes down Naboya.
I mean, Timberlake's an impossible guard. You have to crowd him on the perimeter, or else he'll rise up and stick one right in your eye.
Yeah.
And we've seen him take it to the hole and finish with both hands. A tremendously strong young man with a huge future.
I mean, how much talent and height and size are you bringing off the bench in this conference? It's ridiculous. You're looking at this. There's 20 guys that can play ball anywhere in the country.
It's a college lineup on the floor.
Yes. Devin Dunn.
Yeah, we'll be watching these guys on TV for quite a while.
Naboya putting his shoulder in. Devin Dunn, 1 of the 3. And they got it to Casey. 5 on the shot clock.
Stop it. Stop it.
That's ridiculous. On Justin Moore, the Villanova-bound guard.
The shot-making
capability degree of difficulty
on
that
shot?
shot?
Yes.
He hung in the air. 17 seconds to go. 1-point game.
Important possession. Let's see how he closes off this quarter.
Jalen Abbott looking over his shoulder.
Justin Moore takes it to the hole.
Right.
I'm surprised they didn't call anything there.
That is crazy. That's
a lot of contact.
That was a whistle swallow.
Yes, there was.
I don't know why she swallowed a fly, but he swallowed a whistle. 1 quarter in the book. St. John's with a 1-point lead, 13-12, playing out similarly to the game we saw about a week and a half ago where St. John's gave DeMatha everything they could handle early and then late.
Hey, I'm looking at this. Oh, Paul Smith took that charge. That was a great play to get his feet outside of the arc and get settled.
No call.
I don't mind letting them play. Not going to lie. Let these athletes go at it.
Here's Casey. Watch him hang in the air. And then he gets it off.
I mean,
that's
I think he got his foot stepped on, didn't he?
Yeah.
Way down. He got his foot stepped on. He flicked that wrist, and that ball went down.
He rose up. He's going to be a good-looking ACC player for 4 years.
It's always tough for a right-handed shooter to turn over that shoulder going away from the basket. That was an impressive jump shot right there.
Yeah. You see him and Timberlake, they got that quick trigger. Casey Morcell likes to gather himself, rise, and then, I mean, he's deadly from far outside the three-point line. Earl Timberlake has such confidence in the ability to shoot over whoever's defending him from depth.
Looks like Jalen Abbott, John Square, Ish Leggett, Devin Dunn, and Casey Morcell for St. John's. Jameer Young, Kenneth Holton, Carson Kostelnick, Hunter Dickinson, Justin Moore for DeMatha. We start the second quarter in a 1-point game.
As we look at Ish Leggett with the ball, he is a guy, he has not been out of the game yet, and Pat doesn't really like to take him out of the game. He's what I call my baking soda guy. You know, there's so many uses. He can guard a 1 through a 4. He rebounds well on both ends.
He starts making some of those shots he's taking. It's going to be real hard for DeMatha.
How you like that, Kev? Baking soda.
I didn't know you were so good in the kitchen, but now I do. Once you come through on Tuesday night with some of these baked goods.
Jameer Young, 2 quick rebounds for the point guard. And Kogolnik from the side pocket does not make it.
Kogolnik's one of those guys, when he shoots, you feel like it's going down.
Yeah.
It's a good-looking release. He has an older brother that was one of the deadliest shooters in the area a couple years ago.
Morcell directing traffic for his team. They were not able to get the shot or the rebound there. Here comes Jameer Young.
Dickinson had position. Square worked so hard to front. Yeah. Yep. It's
that's a tough cover.
Yeah, that's tough to handle.
That is a tough cover.
I mean, Darren, you've said he's the best passing big man you've seen in the last 10 years.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. You have to worry about, all you can do really is wall up on his left side and just hope that he can't see over top of you. And most of the times he can see over the top of his matchup. And he has pinpoint accuracy on his passing. Yeah. He finds guys wide open.
To be able to facilitate from the block, I mean.
Coach Mike Jones runs his offense through through Hunter a lot of times.
Justin Moore and Casey Morcell each getting a breather. Josh Wallace checking back in. Kenneth Holton Jr. will take a seat for the Stags. Hunter Dickinson ties the game at 13. Here comes John Wilson with the ball.
Soft touch for the big man, huh?
Hey, they're getting after it.
There's a charge. Earl Timberlake takes the charge.
Every screen is vicious. Every cut is being challenged and redirected. There's going to be some bumps and bruises down here. These guys are playing for a chance at the whole thing.
And that's the ultimate team play, is to take a charge. And when you see your explosive offensive players step in and take one for the team, it's very good to see.
I thought I was going to catch that ball. There's Josh Wallace getting it to Hunter Dickinson. Earl Timberlake thought about it, and he's going to drive. Yeah.
He does a lot of things.
He does a lot of things. He gets the offensive rebound and the bucket all in one foul swoop. Darius Maddox getting there, Darren. Just got to finish it off.
See him hang in the air for that, though? That is.
Yeah. Thought he might have been able to dunk that to finish it.
I thought someone hit the pause button.
Everybody's flying on Timberlake's pump fake now.
He earned that real quick, didn't he?
Down low to Hunter. On the right side, though.
See that?
Turns, goes opposite. You got Timberlake cutting. St. John's is a tremendously talented defensive team. That's not fair. You can't practice against that look.
And I'm sure DeMatha has rules. When Hunter gets the ball and turns and faces, you have guys that have to cut. You have guys that have to space behind. And he'll find the best option.
Nice use of the
Ish-legged over Hunter Dickinson. Elevate it.
Yeah, how do you get a look at practice of a 7'2" guy kicking it to a cutter built like Earl Timberlake?
Josh Wallace fights in and gets the roll.
Good hang and delay. That was a nice play right there.
Good-looking football player on the field for UMass next season.
Yeah, first-team all-conference cornerback in the WCAC. What a tremendous athlete. I still can't get over him dunking on the first day of basketball practice, coming off the football field.
For sure.
That's not supposed to happen, man.
He's an athlete supreme.
Ish-legged for three.
I know the guys up at UMass are glad that he chose football over basketball.
Oh, yeah.
Because he had options on the hardwood as well.
I think Cognick took issue with something somebody said on the sidelines, and he beamed him with the ball, second row in.
The Cadets are going to need to see someone else besides Casey Morcell knock down some outside shots.
Yep.
Some threes to stick around. Their defense is going to keep them in this game, but they got to get buckets from the outside.
You don't normally see that. They let the ball come in when there's still extra guys on the floor. Devin Savage handling the ball up top for St. John's.
Young sophomore Devin Savage. I was just getting ready to say.
There's
one of them.
There's your guy who you need to get some points from.
Yeah, well, he took a step back behind that mid-range situation and counted for an extra.
Talk about a second option.
Earl Timberlake creating for himself. Savage gets the rebound knocked away from him.
Guys, right here at midcourt, the level of quickness and athleticism is mind-blowing.
It's ridiculous.
What a dish. Great
Josh
steal.
Wallace, the corner intercepting, and he loses the handle. Second time in the first half that DeMatha point guard has lost the handle down there. Jameer Young once, now Josh Wallace once.
Well, you certainly can't fault his effort.
No.
This guy's everywhere.
I was just going to say that. Mike Jones, even though he's over there having a conversation with the ref, he is not mad at that effort play at all by Josh Wallace. You see those instincts? He just got an interception.
he went right after it, right in the passing lane. They're going to make sure everyone's off the floor this time. I tell you, they started the last play. There was like two guys still running off from half court.
Are those pom-poms I see on the DeMatha from the DeMatha parents, the fans.
Yeah, they got
behind the bench.
Whoa!
Ish Leggett back in the game.
Baking soda.
Ish Leggett.
Puts the Cadets up by 1 with 3 minutes to go in the first half. Justin Moore with the ball on the outside, covered by Leggett. It's Paul Smith with the screen.
Justin Moore's been quiet. Wait to see him get off.
And 1 for Jameer Young.
Darren, Justin Moore started off the last contest on fire in the first quarter, and then he cooled off a little bit. I anticipate he doesn't stay quiet much longer.
Yeah, I can't say enough. It's so difficult, and it takes such a good coaching job to play a team 3 times. You know, you have a lot of tools in the shed, and you're going to come at them from different angles and with different attack methods.
Tools in the shed. This is Home Depot on the sidelines across the court.
You got that right.
Savage with the 3, and he makes it, and that's a big one for St. John's as they go up by 1 again.
It's good to see the young fella shoot that with no hesitation. He had confidence on that one, didn't he?
The sophomore guard
He's got
forward
a bright future.
Combo.
DeMatha running their action.
Wersell on Moore. And he gets
Strong
his.
finish.
He was well defended.
He must have heard us, guys.
Yep. And he still is able to power through.
Great D. Better O when you can make shots like that.
Wersell looking for a call. He gets his rebound. He's able to get right back to the rim.
I often dream about getting a rebound, going up off the vertical with 2 hands. Then you wake up and realize that you are not Casey Morsell because he's right there in the free throw line about to finish his
Sometimes
play.
I dream that he is me. That was explosive right there.
Yep. It took 2 guys to keep him from jumping over the rim.
Victory Maboya checking into the game. Another promising young player for Pat Bean's team. Sophomore. He's got tremendous upside.
He battled hard in the lane the last time I saw him play. He gives full effort, and his length is just undeniable.
Tie game. 24-24, just under 2 minutes to go. Josh Wallace bringing it up for the Stags. Can't say enough also about how well all these kids in this conference know each other, from club and AAU and all the way down to youth ball.
Oh, this is bragging rights.
Justin Moore attacking the basket. They're going to call the foul on the ground. And they're going to get Naboya.
Naboya and Dickinson, it was like a wrestling match. There was no elbows thrown. They were just getting into it.
Yeah, Behan really asked Square and Naboya to handle Dickinson in the first meeting, and they did for the most part. They did what they could. They kept a body on him and you know, distracted him with that length. But, man, I tell you what, that's a tough draw.
I just
can't teach 7 feet.
That he's humongous with a feathery touch. It's just you don't see those two hand in hand happen that often. And I can't help but notice Pat Behan and Mike Jones. We got to find out who their tailor is because they didn't come up to the playoffs not to look sharp today. They're looking good over there on the sidelines.
A game.
Got to protect the WCAC brand, Ken.
Feel a little underdressed. Jameer Young gives up the shot, back out to Justin Moore, goes deep.
I told you that it's going to go one way, it's going to go another.
So that's Hunter's second, if I'm not mistaken. That's the second foul. 1.5 to go in the first. He actually, they're going to give him a breather, but he plays pretty smart underneath.
Most coaches on all levels have a rule. 2 fouls in the first half, you come out.
I think that goes for your 7'2" center as well.
Yep. Josh Wallace giving John Wilson the business.
Oh!
We're going to call inside the cylinder.
They got that correct.
It almost was kind of a life-saving grab onto the rim. If he didn't do that, he might have come down on like 4 guys.
I mean, the bounce he just showed was
Ish
sick.
crashes the glass, doesn't he?
Yep.
I like to say reckless abandon, and he had to hang on to that rim to make sure, you're right, to cushion the fall.
Yeah. He's been much more assertive in this game against DeMatha than he was in the regular season matchup.
Look at this play.
Trying to post up John Wilson with Jameer Young.
I thought Jameer's been able to get down low a couple times.
Great defense.
Good job on the inside defense for St. John's.
Morcell with his stick-to-itiveness.
30 seconds. We got a 7-second differential with the game clock and the shot clock. Casey will hold.
We haven't seen him gather rise and hit a 3 in the defender's face.
Attack
like
at 8 or 7. Here he goes.
5 on the shot clock. He loses the handle. Now he's got to get it up. It will not count if it goes. 6.5 seconds left in the first half. What's Mike Jones got?
Coach Behan not happy with Jalen Abbott after that possession.
It was a little bit of an indecisive high screen. I was just going to ask if you put Hunter in for this play.
Let's have offensive defense.
There comes Justin Moore.
Ball screen. Get him going downhill.
Oh.
He gets the shot off, and it's in, and it counts. Justin Moore puts DeMatha up 3 at halftime. A lot of contact. A little bit of a movement on the high screen.
It was way too close for comfort when you put your 7'2" guy back in with 6 seconds on the clock, and he comes out to set an on-ball screen, possibly still moving.
Yeah.
But another buzzer beater at the halftime whistle today. That's 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3
for the tournament.
You know what shocked me on that? The crowd and the fans were excited about that shot, but the players on the floor didn't even change their expression. They've seen that so many times before, and I'm sure they've seen it in practice. That's another routine, difficult jump shot for Justin Moore.
Yeah, that's not even in Justin Moore's bag of tricks. That's in his backpack. Devin Savage.
Devin Savage. How could I forget that?
That's your boy.
Yeah.
I'm amazed. We got a shout out from the ref here. Oh, nice.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, man.
You guys are doing a great job letting these guys play. It's been fun to watch. There we go.
Yeah,
I mean, that's great stuff, man.
It's amazing. The referees, they care about this game. They care about this conference. 3rd set of referees tonight.
And he's a subscriber. Yeah, that's big time. That'll let everyone else know out there. Smash that subscribe button.
Smash that subscribe button. It's never too early or too late to remind everybody that we are First Amendment Sports. We do believe DC sports is great. We believe we live in a great sports town, and we think that the WCAC specifically helps us tell that story on a regular basis better than anything else.
Well, why else would the most talented team manager in the conference and tonight's ref, both subscribers to First Amendment Sports.
Both subscribers. Hit the subscribe button.
Smash
it.
Man,
There's the buzzer.
I love this conference, man. You don't get this stuff every day.
No.
I'm tickled over here. I almost stretched out for a second. I got so fired up.
There's the St. John's training staff happy to have us out of their hair tonight.
That's true.
We
takeover.
We ruined their game.
Keep trickling in.
We got ourselves almost a full house already. Carson Kalganick will inbound it to Jameer Young right in front of us to get things started. DeMatha up 3. Second half underway.
Let's see what they draw up.
Hunter Dickinson gets it on the left side where he likes it. And he was able to put it in.
Soft touch. No need to use the glass when you can drop it in like that.
I know it's easier said than done. You got to try to keep him off of that left hand, but he's so talented going to that left side.
And he's huge.
Darius raises up. Can't put it in. Rebound goes to Jameer Young. John Square finding himself way outside. He recovers. They're going to get that on number 1, and he's not going to be happy about it.
Man.
I believe that's 3 on him.
I'm telling you.
He's making his case.
He feels he rolled off of contact right there. He's getting pushed in the back. A lot of times you're so big and so strong, you get penalized for it.
Leggett, guarded by Jameer Young.
Jameer Young looking like he's moving pretty well coming out of that walking boot.
He sure is, Kevin.
Yeah, I think he was ready for the last couple games, and Mike Jones just rested him as a precautionary measure.
Well, Maddox gets down. Hunter Dickinson causes problems.
No one on this panel is going to argue with any Mike Jones decisions. The three-time USA Nike Hoop Summit head coach.
Casey Morcell with the denial. Ball's going to stay DeMatha. Possession arrow does belong to the Cadets.
I'll tell you something else. DeMatha's point guards, Jameer Young and Josh Wallace, are both physical and very good rebounders from that position as well.
That's an outstanding duo.
John Square fighting hard to keep Hunter from getting the ball in his spot on the left side there. They call that in the act? Nope.
How about Ish Leggett? He is a hawk on defense.
I would say he's probably jumps out to me in the difference between this game and the last game. I've been very impressed with how much better he's looked tonight.
The passion for team defense displayed by the Cadets.
Yep.
I mean, how many teams in the nation have weapons like this?
That's the 3rd time they've gotten the ball to Hunter in this spot. He's only made one of them.
Oh, wow.
Earl Timberlake gets all the way back, and LeBron Jameses it. Oh, Hunter Dickinson down low by himself.
And Johns needs a bucket bad.
Huge momentum play right there by Timberlake.
And Morcell drives. Timeout.
Nice job by Coach Behan. Get the ball in the main man's hands. Get the bucket you need badly and settle the boys down after a score.
Yeah, did you see the jawing right there?
Oh, yeah.
And it's good to see because this is all they're friends. They're teammates in the summertime, and then they battle all winter. So I love to see this.
John Wilson beating Dickinson down the court. He thinks he's got no rim protector, and then Earl Timberlake.
Wow.
I mean, that's just a lot of ground he covered right there, fellas.
To get a stop and then start to break in the opposite direction is a huge play. And look at Hunter Dickinson rim running. Jameer Young with the find and the finish.
It was almost like a back shoulder. That helped the play. If he threw it in front, there was a St. John's defender right there. He back shouldered him. Hunter Dickinson was athletic enough to make the play, gather, and score. I mean, this guy.
It's great analysis coming from the quarterback.
Man, get me fired up, man.
Justin Moore on the ball up top.
Look, they made another back shoulder.
There you go. But there was weak side help this time. There was a little bit of a safety coming over the top, if you will.
John Square's got 3.
Seems like DeMatha went into halftime saying, let's get the ball pounded down to our big fella in this second half.
I mean, without a doubt, Darren, when you got a roster with no one over 6'4", 6'5", you've got 2 4s listed on the entire roster.
Big steal.
He did not want to get his 4th. I think we got to travel. Good call by the official.
I mean, if you guys are Coach Behan, are you going to try to put the ball in someone's hands and drive at Hunter to get a foul on him, or are you going to just stick to what you want to do? I mean, I feel like if you can get 4 on him, you might have a chance.
Just like Morcell did, the way you attack a shot blocker is try to get into his body. So That seems to be the approach. When you drive it, jump into his body.
And he's going to.
Don't try to avoid him.
Yeah.
Jalen Abbott tries to lift one over. Hunter doesn't fall for him.
We saw the last drive. Hunter showed his hand. He was not going to foul.
Justin Moore fighting hard is able to draw the foul.
That was good patience and leg strength by Justin.
God.
To stay on balance and pivot and
just hanging in the air.
Yeah.
Sky walking. Josh Wallace checks in. It's hard to call this lineup small for DeMatha when they got Timberlake.
And it's a 5-guard lineup.
Out there. Yeah.
5-guard lineup.
Guards. This is their version of small ball.
And right here on the court, we can see these guys are rocked up, man.
Yes.
There's nothing skinny about it.
No, you are mistaken if you think you can take advantage of a small DeMatha lineup. My goodness. Casey Marcel gets the ball at the inbound, tries the corner pocket three.
Team fouls getting up to 4. Going to start creeping into being a factor here shortly. 1 for the Stags.
I know both staffs are keeping an eye on that, the foul count.
John Wilson with the foul in that time. Justin Moore thought about the three. Earl's going to the hoop. And he gets, they are playing and they are letting him play.
Strength.
That was incredible defense and a great tackle.
A great tackle.
Oh,
Ish Leggett. Now that's what they need.
He's got that left in the paint when he's attacking the hole. He's got so much touch with it.
He's able to reach around pretty well there. Here comes Jameer Young.
Ish's dad over there on the baseline. I know he liked what he saw right there.
Justin Moore making it look easy, finishing with the left in the lane. DeMatha up by 6 with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter.
The use of the offhand is very much on display all day long, even the girls' game.
Yeah. John Wilson working to get the shot off down low. He's going to draw the foul. Carson Kogonek, I believe, will be the perpetrator. Yep.
Explosive move by the point guard right there. That looked like good offense and defense.
Yeah, it looked like
I'd like to see a no call right there.
Like a point guard who remembered there wasn't a 7-footer waiting for him. But here comes Hunter checking back in.
I think you absolutely have to attack Hunter for these next 2 minutes and 58 seconds.
I completely agree.
Getting a 4th foul on him heading into the 4th quarter totally changes the dynamic of this game. And made free throws were a dagger for the Cadets in their overtime loss last time. They're going to have to clean that up before this 4th quarter starts.
Morcell on Timberlake. He gets the ball out of his hands. Moore looking at the rim from way out, and he likes what he sees.
Oh, wow.
Leggett. Justin Moore wants to delay a game. Interference.
Great run out by Ish Leggett.
Yep.
A good pitch ahead by Darius Maddox.
Without a doubt.
Young players, always keep your head up.
Oh.
I thought for a second he was calling it on one. On the hook. But it was got the push on St. John's there.
Zero arguing anywhere down there. I like to see that. Victor Naboya coming back to battle.
And they tell him, hey, use some fouls. You're going to need them.
Well, John Square's got 3. They don't want to bring him back in here yet. And when they come with Dickinson, Behan counters with Naboya.
I think that's got to be on Maddox because I don't think.
I'll tell you what, there is no safe path to the basket on either end. You're going to be challenged at that rim every time you take it to the hole. Great team defense.
Short free throw.
DeMatha's been a fantastic free throw shooting team. They're going to be shooting from here on out. Any foul call.
I got to tell you guys, if you covered up the scoreboard, you think DeMatha was winning by more than 4 points. And we got ourselves a 5-point game here.
And a low-scoring game at that.
And I think these are all things that St. John's got to be happy about. Ish Leggett using all.
The left again. I got to squeeze it.
You got to love the effort. Look at that.
It's leaving every part of it out there.
Coach Bean said, well, I'm going to give DeMatha a heavy dose of baking soda. Heavy dose.
Devin Savage checking back in. Darius Maddox taking a seat. Casey Morcell wanted the ball. Corner 3.
Pass looking good. And Devin Dunn with the big corner 3 for the Cadets.
That's a huge
shot.
It's a 2-point game with a minute and a half to go in the third. I'm feeling very similar to how I felt in St. John's gym the other night. Both of these teams feel like they can pull out a 4-quarter win.
Strong move, won't drop.
Good rebound from Savage.
And all of a sudden you look up and the Cadets have a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, and there's Casey Morcell with giving it a chance. And Ish Leggett. Oh, tons of effort out of Ish Leggett. They had a chance there at that rebound for a second chance. Ball stays to DeMatha.
Hey, Kev, you see that shot? There was nothing but the bottom of the net from Dunn, and he had just checked into the game not too long ago. College coaches, when you get a kid from the WCAC conference, they are not going to be shy. No lights are too bright for them. They're ready for the stage.
Josh Wallace for 3.
You're right, Darren.
Paul Smith had a great position, but he wasn't able to make it work.
The senior Devin Dunn does not want to stop playing WCAC basketball.
They're going to get Justin Moore with the N1. I believe that was Savage on the D.
Yeah, we all knew he'd be stepping his game up in this contest.
Yeah, it's hard to call Justin Moore a non-factor. And if he's playing, he's a factor. But he wasn't the factor that you would have expected the first time out that we saw him play. He's from his first half buzzer-beating shot to some of the defense we've seen him play tonight to plays like that. He's a leader.
And I hope I didn't start that narrative because in full disclosure, he is defending Casey Morcell.
Yeah.
Possession after possession. What you can only ask so much out of a man.
He's got to be close to the high scorer.
I'll tell you what, regardless of what shows up on the stat sheet, when you got the co-player of the year in the conference, they draw so much attention.
Darren, 7 guys on the court tonight are first or second team all WCAC.
High level.
5 on the shot clock. It's Ish Leggett.
Wow, the teardrop.
And he turned around and looked at Earl Timberlake after he made that shot. Buzzer beater. Ish Leggett and Earl Timberlake, by the way, are in the midst of a game-long conversation. And it started early. Earl Timberlake, after he sunk those first 2 threes he took in the beginning of the game, he had a lot to say. He was firing himself up. He was firing his teammates up. And I'm sure these guys all know each other for their whole lives. I'm sure some of the words may have been directed at other players. But just now you saw Ish Leggett come around with a, I don't know if this is going to be that replay or not. I don't think that it is. What do we got here? That's one Ish Leggett play. That's his one of his wraparound. I mean, on the left, he finished with his right to end the first half. Here he is.
Ish Leggett has manned up in that third quarter. Ish Leggett does not want to lose right now, and I love his feathery touch around the rim finishing.
Watch here. You see, he gets it. Where does Ish look? He is giving Earl Timberlake a look. And I'll be honest, when Earl Timberlake was inbounding the ball, he waited a beat because I don't think he was expecting Ish Leggett to turn around and look at him like that. He was like, wait a second, what are you talking about?
Well, listen, Washington, D.C. and Hyattsville, Maryland are both known for their on-court trash-talking history.
Yes.
We're not messing around on that front.
No, these guys are basically professionals. Get a good look here at Jalen Abbott about to inbound the ball to start.
I know Matt Barnes would love that. He loves to see that trash-talking, in-your-face style of play.
Here's the Ish Leggett. He's got Josh Wallace on him. That's a tough foul to call on Ish Leggett. He just gave the ball to.
That was so crafty. What did I just say? One of the great it made it look like he was giving it to the ref.
I don't think
that
that's
pass
what
was
he was giving
intended
the ball
for the man with his back turned.
It's
yes.
so good. It's the game within the game. Welcoming back to the game, Tim Strachan.
I heard things were heating up, man. You need some reinforcements.
We did need some reinforcements. Jalen Abbott
be here
with a long distance attempt for not. I mean, we're in shirts untucked mode. Everyone, Justin
You can't
Moore.
hold him down very long. Justin Moore's going to get his at some point eventually.
He is. 5-point game, 7.5 to go.
Same said about Casey Morcell. What a strong move. The stars are shining bright in the fourth quarter here in Tenleytown, boys.
They are.
That's what they do in big games.
Butter popcorn time.
Earl Timberlake guarded by Casey Morcell. That's what everyone came to see. Well, and Justin Moore, that is. A lot of contact, no foul. Hunter wants it. Here comes Casey. Attacking Hunter Dickinson.
Uh-oh.
1-point game. Good fake. Good no foul for Hunter. But
I mean, that was the around-the-way curl for two right there in the paint, fellas.
I was Wesley Snipes from White Men Can't Jump in slow motion.
The okie doke, the rope-a-dope.
Coming in. Maybe even a little Woody Harrelson, maybe.
A little Akeem Olajuwon right there. Now you see it. Now
Earl,
oh, boy.
Those were falling for Earl in the beginning.
I thought that was going down off the fingers.
They're gonna fall for him going forward.
Rhythm.
Heat check.
Rhythm.
I'd say he's feeling it.
Oh, boy.
I saw the look in his eyes. Rhythm.
Young man loves fourth quarters. Been doing it his whole career. No better time than now.
Josh Wallace giving it up to Justin Moore. Jalen Abbott is gonna. I knew he had to get back.
Yeah.
He got caught out front. It was Hunter Dickinson.
Great pass by Earl Timberlake.
Yes, it was.
Right there. It was quick. He couldn't have held it any longer.
3-pointer for Abbott.
Abbott gets his first bucket of the day, I believe.
That was timely.
And he hit a couple big shots in the gym at Gallagher, if I'm not mistaken. But St. John's needs that defense. And look, he's got to get back again to deny Hunter.
St. John's wants a break in the action so they can get Darius Maddox back in the game. He's been sitting over there for a while, as well as Jameer Young.
Jameer Young in, and Hunter's coming out. Once again, a small lineup from DeMatha.
Well, I know I'm just joining you guys, but it looks to me as if St. John's has seized the momentum of this game right now.
I would say yes. I mean, we're basically right now, T, you're coming right into a hotly contested. Both teams are feeling like they can win this game.
They've been trading body blows, and someone's looking for an overhand right here.
Devin Dunn with a long side three. Here comes Justin Moore. We're looking for the call.
We got a charge out top and a block down low. These guys are going to meet together. Looks like the block down low gets the nod.
I think we're going to go with the block from Ish Leggett. Yeah, it looked like the referee up top wanted to talk about it.
That was a tough one. Once again, guys, how about a no call?
Yep.
I thought we were going to get one.
It was a bit of a great
late whistle.
athletic play on offense, a great athletic play on defense.
Jameer Young, Josh Wallace, Justin Moore, Carson Koglenik, and Earl Timberlake on the floor for DeMatha. We're calling that their small ball lineup.
It's a very interesting dynamic in the crowd. I think everyone's just sitting here waiting to see what's going to happen next. It's very crowded, but it's very quiet right now. I think people are nervous on both sides. Yeah,
you could look at John, and even he looks like he's like eating off every fingernail he's got.
I do love the golf voices that you guys go into during the free throws.
Well, it's because there's not a lot of noise going on in the background. I don't want someone to hear me in real voice.
It's hilarious. I was listening on the way back.
Using the 3-wood here out of the rough. Justin Moore to tie the game at 44. 4.5 to go in the game. Game tied.
You can't ask for more than this right here.
Morcell on ball.
I hear you, T, but you know how much more is coming. We're just getting started.
Darius Maddox fights his way in. Earl Timberlake will not be denied on the rebound.
Deadlocked at 44.
It's Justin Moore's turn to get the ball in hand.
Now here's where you see the chest.
Abbott on Timberlake. Where's Morcell? He's staying down low. He's going to come out and pick up Earl. Wow. Jameer Young did all the work. Earl Timberlake cleaned it up. Great block by the guard.
Young with a block. Young with a block above the rim.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable.
Yeah, it was impressive. Again, it's
Devin Savage with the rebound.
Hopefully take a look at it here. Look at the way he picks him up right here. Looks like Morcell's definitely going to take it to the rack. He has good positioning, and then he goes straight up and gets his hand above the rim for a block. That is two big-time players right there going at it.
Devin Savage
had to go over Casey Morcell's back for the rebound and put back.
2 putbacks in a row, back-to-back for both squads.
3.5 to go, deadlock game.
The Gonzaga coaching staff just walked behind us. They're heading back to get prepared for their next round. I know they don't want to leave this exciting action, but it's time to get ready for the last game of the day.
It's a business
but don't
trip.
go anywhere. This is
their business trip.
Must-see TV right here.
Devin Savage, John Wilson, Darius Maddox, Ish Leggett, Casey Morcell out for the Cadets. Same 5 and 1 all for DeMatha starts back on.
Yeah, both point guards in the game at the same time.
Timberlake looking.
Ball security at a premium.
Let him play there. Ish Leggett drawing Justin Moore. Casey Morcell trying to deny Timberlake down low. They are fighting down there.
Look at that, going up like he's contesting a wide receiver for that for that rebound.
That was a jump ball situation.
That's what he's going to be doing for UMass.
That was a physical play.
Next year as a DB.
One-on-one. Ish Leggett with the rebound. Big frontside miss for the Stags. Savage in the corner.
Ish Leggett wants to go in.
Ish Leggett working hard.
He is not. The guy's relentless.
Baking soda.
He has not stopped working. Maximum effort since the first start of this game. And John Wilson gets his hand on that ball. Jameer Young gets through. Man, that was a drive.
And here's where the free throws come in. DeMatha will be shooting 2 from here on out, fellas.
Yeah, and they've got to make them. Every point here at this point in this game counts. You can't leave these things short.
The team fouls are 10-4. Surprising discretion. I think that's what Coach Bean is talking to the referee about right now.
I believe so.
Rattles in. Stags down by 1.
The referees have done a pretty good job.
I think so.
Far.
Especially at halftime when he told us he was a subscriber.
I mean,
that's very hard for me to get on his bad side.
Jameer's only able to get the first.
2:27. Here we go.
Down the stretch we come. Casey Marcel bringing the ball up for the Stags. They're trying to run something off ball.
Got to get it back in Marcel's hands.
Timberlake is doing everything he can to prevent that. There's Ish Leggett. Hoist one up. Oh, Maddox. Oh!
Wow.
Oh, falling away from the basket. He's still got enough to put it back up and in. And you guys, of course, we know better. But if you were just watching the St. John's bench and some of these players, there was a moment where you saw in their eyes, hey, we have a chance at this.
Well, because they had a chance at it just 2 weeks ago.
That's right. St. John's takes a 4-point lead with 2:08 to go. Hunter Dickinson is in the game.
It was a rare air ball by Ish Leggett, but a lot of times air balls call for inopportune or opportunistic offensive rebounds.
There's the crowd, by the way, getting into a game that all of a sudden looks like it could go either way.
Oh, the iron unkind.
Not go down. What a strong move by Justin Moore. Listen.
Again, no arguing from anybody on that. Contact, but no foul.
Sometimes basketball is a game of inches.
Casey Marcel and Ish Leggett. And they're going to call it away from the ball, Josh Wallace.
Okay.
Maddox just got the friendly roll on one end. Moore didn't get the friendly roll on the other. It's going to be an exciting minute and a half left.
Players thought they had a 1-and-1, but it is not there yet for St. John's.
Well, we talked about it on the show on last Tuesday night that St. John's can be hungry. DeMatha could be playing a little timid because everybody's trying to knock them off the top right now.
Yep. Ish Leggett guarded by Justin Moore. Jalen Abbott up top for the screen. They're going to call the travel.
That was a huge defensive stop.
Yeah, it was.
DeMatha has all their timeouts.
Yeah.
Trying to see if someone's got a squeegee. Where's our squeegee? There's a wet floor. Here we go. We're on it.
There she is.
This is going to be a very long minute and 26 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
With the free throw shooting and the amount of timeouts left, each possession is so precious.
Josh Wallace bringing it up for the Stags. Darius Maddox up top. Morcell on Timberlake. 3 for Jameer Young. Rebound Earl Timberlake. Oh, God, he's strong.
That's outstanding effort by Timberlake.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was with the body because the block seemed clean.
Interesting that Earl Timberlake went to his off hand right there instead of powering it up with his strong hand, which is his left side.
Morcell's first foul of the night. Crowd making themselves known here.
Nothing but nylon.
I think
feeling it.
Casey Marcel needs to remind everyone that he's a known quantity
for
the next minute and 10
seconds. He's a
seconds.
Trico Player of the Year.
Trico. That's what it is.
It's a Trico Player of the Year. Timberlake drains them both. DeMatha down by 2, going into a timeout with just over a minute to go. St. John's 2-point lead. I mean, you're gonna let Casey bring the ball up, get it out of his hands, and try to get it back in his hands, or you just let him hold it the whole time.
Last time in crunch time, he was the money man. We knew it. Everyone knew it. We haven't seen him rise up and hit one of those threes late in the shot clock yet. He did it about 4 or 5 times in game 2.
That's Darius Maddox's fallback.
That was ridiculous.
That was such a strong play for him going underneath, falling away from the basket.
The impossible shot.
Play.
If you're DeMatha right now in this timeout, not only do you want to talk about this crucial defensive possession, but you also want to say what you want to do once you get that stop, because they're still down 2, and the next offensive possession, if they do get that stop, is going to be a big one. But when you got an option, there was a 7-footer on the inside, and you've got a Trico Player of the Year.
Trico Player of the Year.
And an Earl Timberlake on the outside. Hey.
You have 3 superstars. I mean, how many more can fit on the court at one time? St. John's has got to say, Ish Leggett's had tremendous success taking the ball to the hole. And we got our guy, Casey Morcell, who was fantastic in the 4th quarter and in overtime, but missed the front end of a one-on-one that would have given the St. John's Cadets a 4-point lead.
Absolutely right.
He has not forgotten about that. This
and
kid is harder on himself.
It looks like they're going in their 5-guard lineup and going to apply some pressure. And on the other end, they'll probably bring Hunter, Mr. Dickinson, back into the game.
Yep. Possession arrow belongs to DeMatha, if we're to see ourselves tied up in any way. Whilst unable to keep the ball out of Casey Morcell's hands, he's bringing the ball up. Channeling Carly Rivera.
Look at this. High level intensity.
Oh.
John Wilson getting hand-checked a little bit. Him and Jameer Moore playing a little game, and now the ball is back in Casey's hands. What a shot. What a shot.
What a big player he is.
He's the money man.
Rising up, 4-point lead. DeMatha wants a timeout. Talk about what they're going to do down by 4 with just over half a minute to go.
Did you see the elevation and the fade on that difficult shot?
That's his MO.
It's gorgeous.
And it's right in everybody's grill. He just rises up so well and releases it at the very top of his jump shot right here. He gets off the ground so quick, and that flick of the wrist right before anybody can get up in front of his face.
They used a ton of clock.
And so even more importantly, like I said,
getting the ball back to him is hard enough because they're trying not to let him get the ball.
He shot that with 6 seconds left on the shot clock. So now you're leaving 38 left in the game.
Clutch.
To Kevin Rick's point, he's going to make sure people understand when they leave this gym that St. John's does have a Trico Player of the Year.
Hey, listen, he's got a ring in his
he does.
On his finger from 2 years ago. DeMatha took it last year. He knows what it takes this time of game. I think the ball doesn't leave his hands offensively, and he's going to guard the best player. I mean, either one of the 2 perimeter guys that are studs.
Yeah, who are you putting him on? You put him on Moore or Timberlake, or are you going to put him just up top and have him take whoever gets the ball?
Well, you've got a great defender in Morcell. You've got a great defender in Ish Leggett. And you've also got a very, very capable defender in Darius Maddox. Athletic. So,
Well, you got 12 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. So
they got him on Timberlake, and they've got Ish on Moore.
The biggest stop of the season for the St. John's Cadets. That got close there.
That got close.
When all else fails, you can kind of lob it into the big fella who's coming to the ball.
Yeah, I think that's what Mike just told him.
Mike's telling him that right now. He's like, hey, by the way, you have a 7-foot giant standing nearby. You can just put that into.
You got 12 seconds of difference between the game and the shot clock. If they can get a quick score here, they don't have to foul immediately if they can put some pressure on the ball. But if they don't, they're going to be in a fouling situation. It's going to be trading blows and hoping there's opportunities down the line.
With the way that St. John's is denying that out of bounds, I might try to get Hunter Dickinson coming to the ball, toss it up to him, and see if I can get some backdoor action on the weak side.
Casey runs onto the floor and finds number 0 right away. Timberlake does get the ball. Jameer Young baseline. That was close to being goaltending, but not goaltending.
What a
Ish
play
Leggett.
on D.
What a
Ish
play.
Leggett.
Casey Morcell is going to the line. 20 seconds to go in this game. Ish Leggett just put an amazing defensive play on Jameer Young.
The heart and soul of this second half has been Ish Leggett.
Yeah.
Not afraid to let everyone know about it and playing like a beast.
By far, as I said before,
Baking soda.
the biggest difference maker in this game for St. John's, to me, has been Ish Leggett all day in every category.
And in the last 2 minutes, DeMatha has had 2 misses right at the rim. That's 2 crucial misses at point-blank range.
These are big free throws. Casey Morcell certainly wishes he had another chance at that. Justin Moore working hard. 11 seconds to go. Timberlake for 3. That is an in. We're talking about a 1-point game with 7 seconds to go.
Wow.
And you know, guys, you know the deal. St. John's is going to get fouled, and they're going to send somebody to that line. And the Cadets are going to be counting on somebody to make a free throw.
Here's a look at it. Everybody wanted Justin Moore to shoot it quicker, but Justin Moore at least had the presence to have patience and give his teammate right here the opportunity to bring it to a 1-point game. Timberlake clutch as well.
It's a good-looking stroke. That's a much improved part of Earl Timberlake's game.
Much improved.
It really, you know,
I mean,
earlier in his career, that was the point of emphasis for him to work on his range and his outside shooting touch, and he's done that, and he's now very reliable and I'm ready to say a drop-dead three-point shooter.
Yeah, they must have brought in the Wolf to take care of that situation because that clutch shot with 8 seconds left kept his team alive. Chance of the title alive. What a huge play.
Jalen Abbott, Casey Morcell, Darius Maddox, John Wilson, Ish Leggett on the floor for St. John's, Josh Wallace, Jameer Young, Hunter Dickinson, Earl Timberlake, and Justin Moore on for the Stags. 8.2 seconds.
Seems like all these games have storybook endings, don't they?
Yeah, I got a
We're
feeling.
going to get ourselves one here, guys.
Something crazy is about to go down.
Darius Maddox getting the ball in. They're going to get the foul, I believe, on Josh Wallace. And it's going to send, I believe, Jalen Abbott to the line.
I'll tell you what, though, that you don't want to throw a crossing pattern anywhere near Josh Wallace. No. That was risky.
He was very comfortable in his position.
Strack and Ricker, was that what do you call that, a slant?
Oh, I wouldn't look his way. Certainly not right away.
He was baiting him.
Hey, you can't put touch on that. You got to stick that one in the gut right there.
Yeah,
man.
you can't be undecided either. You got to be committed to throwing it. That was a little bit of a lob pass right there.
Thought maybe Caleb Williams was throwing that ball. He was getting a beat on Sweeney or Marshall.
Clutch.
7 seconds to go. We're 1-point game. Here comes Timberlake with a timeout. DeMatha's going to get a chance at this. 4.2 to go in this game.
We've talked about it last week between these two teams. DeMatha has a chance right now with 4.7 seconds left to make a big play and win this game.
Yep.
And there's so many options for them. There is no one go-to guy. You got 3 of them at least, if not other guys that can kind of be in the wings if they get too much attention, if they get the ball. 4 seconds left. You still have time for one more assist as well.
And I think Coach Behan is over there saying right now, short-term memory loss. Forget about the 2 front-end one-on-ones that we just missed. We have gotten here because of our defense. We have 4.7 seconds left to stop them from scoring and advance. Let's trust what we're best at, and you're going to have the best 5 defenders on the St. John squad out here right now.
That's a great point, Kevin. In a situation like this where you've just missed the front end of your last 2 1-and-1s, the team morale could be down. You've got to keep their confidence high to make them get the most important defensive stop of the season right here.
Man.
If you're St. John's, would you pack it in a zone and force an outside 3-point shot? Or would you go man-to-man?
I think man-to-man's got him here. It's got him to this point in the game, and I think you stick what you're best at, and this is their chance.
John
on the
Square
defensive
back
side
in.
of the ball.
Hey, you are right about that.
Interesting that Dickinson's the one throwing it in.
Best passing big man in the country. Pinpoint.
Moore is going to get a chance. 2 seconds to go. Big time block from Casey Morcell.
Wow.
That's the ball game.
Oh, my Lord.
St.
And
John's
the defense.
upsets DeMatha in the first semifinal of WCAC final today.
The defense gets it done. We're going to take a look at this. I'm sure the DeMatha crowd is going to be wondering about goaltending. That was an absolutely intense performance by the Cadets.
Well, here it is
we
right
go.
here. Dickinson gets the ball in, just barely gets it into Moore. Moore looks like he penetrates a little bit too deep. And yes, it is. Morcell easily
Casey
gets up
Morcell.
out of
It
the
was not
offside,
goaltending.
on the offside
goaltending.
block.
Good
Unbelievable
non-call.
athleticism
That's a
right
good no
there.
call.
I'll tell you what. That was an incredible block. That ball looked like it was going in if he did not block it. Right
yeah.
off the glass.
Casey Morcell totally erasing two front 1-on-1, two misses of the front end of 1-on-1 in his final home game against DeMatha, and here tonight with defense, the eraser. And the Cadets will play tomorrow night, the first team that enters the WCAC championship title.
There you are.
It's not.
I know.
It's.
We're going to get you. Don't worry. We're going to figure it out.
Hey.
There it is. We're going to come back to you guys for the last game of the day between